Alright, Cinema at Home fans, I'm out here on a job that we actually wrapped up about a week ago, but I had some parts on order, and that's for this entertainment cabinet door that we installed. So, two issues basically that you come across when you're putting your components inside a cabinet, and that is heat and communication to the equipment. So, the second one we've taken care of. So, which by using a radio frequency remote and a processor here that controls all the equipment here in the cabinet. So the first thing now I need to address is the heat buildup in the cabinet. We have a amplifier down here for the subwoofer in wall, and then a receiver here which basically has several amplifiers built into it, and the cable receiver here. All three of those devices generate quite a bit of heat, as well as the Blu-ray player. So what we're going to do is I'm going to install a dual fan system. So I've got one fan that will be bringing in cool air, and then another fan that's going to exhaust the hot air. So down here we'll have somewhere a cool air fan intake, and then an exhaust somewhere up here. And those will be thermostatically controlled, and that should easily take care of any heat buildup we have in here. And so next video that we'll have attached to this, we'll have everything installed. Okay, part two, back to the cooling system here. So let me open up the door. It's been about an hour and a half or so. We got her done. This is our new exhaust fan here, which draws the air out of this cabinet into this wall, which behind the screen there's probably about a foot depth all the way across. Nice cold concrete wall back there, so it'll cool that air down. Our intake is down here. I don't know if you can see it. The intake fan is right here. Okay, and so it starts bringing in the cool air from this lower level here, brings the cool air up from the front and from the back side. There's a probe, again, I don't know if you can see it or not, but I have a probe on top of this receiver because this generally is the hottest unit in the cabinet. So basically it's set up to where I've got the fans ideally set a temp of 108, which sounds kind of high, but we're talking about an operation temperature directly on this chassis, so that's well within normal operating range. If the cabinet chassis gets hotter than 140, this thing will alarm. We're already at 101. I have it set on smart cooling, which basically operates the fans speeds, so they don't just come on full blast. They ramp up as needed, so the hotter it gets, the faster the speed. The cooler it gets as it cools down, then the fans go a little bit lower. I like that option because it just lets your fans last longer. But there's other options on this particular controller where it can just be on all the time, or comes on with the thermostat, just full blast the whole time. I like to keep the sound level. I mean, you can't really even hear these fans, especially with this door closed. So it's a very efficient system. So that's it. So that's all out of here.